Hello, it's Randy Duck, and finally we're back again for another video. It's been a while, isn't it? Probably just over a month and a half, I think since my last video. And I just wanted to get this video out basically to give you an update on the channel. I just took a short break, which I do from time to time. It's probably the first break I've had since I've been doing the YouTube videos for you guys. But sometimes, when you play the game for as long as I have, it gets a little bit, I don't want to say stale, but you get burnt out just playing the same game for so long. It's nothing to worry about. I was always going to come back and do some videos for you, but I just wanted to take a short break from the game. I'm really pleased actually, because I was a little bit worried, because it is the first break I've had, that I was going to lose a lot of subscribers. But actually I've actually gained some more subs and some new followers, so I'm really pleased for that, everyone. So thank you so much for staying subscribed and staying with us. I was always going to come back. Like I say, I've just taken a small little break. I'm probably really going to resume doing videos properly again after Christmas now, just because it's the Christmas period and you want to spend some time with your family, etc. So I'm going to be a little bit busy with that. But after Christmas, I'm going to come back and sort of resume normal resume and do some more videos for you. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the update. As you say, I'm genuinely really happy that people are subscribed, because I was always going to come back, but just every so often I just take a little short break from the game, which I'm sure you can understand. But yes, so on with this video. This is obviously before the new update, because I've not had much of a chance to play on the latest update yet. I've had a couple of games and it's pretty much the same as as always, really. Different dashboard, slightly different interface, but it's pretty much the same apart from small maps back, which I'm quite excited to play. But yeah, on with this replay. We're in the tier 9 Polish heavy tank, because before I went away I was grinding this line, so this is sort of on the line I was playing. Hopefully I'll get some more games from this now. I'm going to start back playing again after Christmas. But yes, so far I must say I've actually really enjoyed this tank, because I know a lot of people, I wouldn't say they think it was a bad tank, but they just hasn't got on with it that much. But I've really enjoyed it. It's got 560 alpha. It's reasonably mobile for a heavy. It's not it's not quick, but it's got like a max speed of 30 kilometers, so you don't feel too sluggish. It's very good hold down. It's got a really nice turret. The frontal arm, it's not great, but when you hold down, it's pretty decent. And it's got like 8 degrees of gun depression, I think. Which sort of goes along with the line with the Polish heavies. They all seem to have good gun depression, and that's probably why I've really enjoyed playing this line, because it just makes a change and a nice change of pace. I quite like having the gun depression on those heavy tanks. So yeah, we moved up to this usual position we like to take on Steps encounter mode. If you've watched some of my other videos, I'm sure you would have seen me take this position a lot of the times. It puts a lot of early pressure on the enemy team, and you keep them sort of pinned in basically, and you create a nice angle if they do try and push down that one line. And especially when you've got gun depression like this, you can work a lot of shots in. It is obviously, you are a danger from the fun police, as always, but fortunately for me in this game, the fun police has died nice and early, and that sort of eliminates that threat and allows me to play this with a lot more freedom. Otherwise I'll probably be hugging the ridge a little bit more, making it a little bit difficult for the artillery to hit me. Like I say, not impossible, but it just limits the angle. This chieftain, he's had enough of me actually. He's come full in. I realise I'm not going to get my gun round that time, so I don't bother just swinging my gun all the way around. I start going to the other way to keep my frontal armour facing him, give me the best chance of bouncing. And he's learned the hard way that what happens when you push straight over, he's got taken out by RTDs. But we're it's a fairly even game, but the enemy now has started to take the lead a little bit, because they sort of won with the right hand side of the map down to sort of 8-9, and they pushed around and sort of getting in our face of our campers. So I'm in a little bit of a awkward situation now, because I've got to push the pace to try and get rid of these guys in front of me as quickly as possible, because the last thing I want is having to face enemies in the rear and in the front, because it's gonna be awful for us. But this Concept 1B, he is a one shot, so we're able to take him out, and now we're taking out the tortoise. and that's eliminated quite a few tanks. And we see this convoy a little bit risky because I don't want to get shot by the Object 704 in front of me, but I had to take that chance to take out that gun because we're under a little bit of pressure now. Now this is a situation where I'm kind of working out whether I should push the Object 704 or whether I should turn back to help our guys camping in our base. I decide that I'm going to try and take out the 704 because I know he's on a one shot. We'll obviously one shot to him as well, but I think it's the, it felt like the easiest guy to get to kill because I didn't want to start turning around the other way just in case someone did turn around and jump in the cap circle. So yeah, it's just a decision I made. Whether it turns out to be the right or wrong one, but that's just the decision we went with. And yeah, we're just going to look to see if we can get a shot into this Object 704. We've got to be a little bit careful, haven't we, because we are a one shot, and yeah, we don't want to get taken out of this game because it's a 3 versus 3. Very, very close game. We had a pretty decent game. We had 4,500 damage, 700 assistance, but just, we want to try and win this game. There's more to be had. I realise he's not where I expected him to be. He's pushed down, trying to run now from the Jag E100. We're going to push up and close the distance because this light tank's coming in, and I really don't want to lose this TD. The TD's managed to take out the Object 704 for us, which is really good. But he's in an awful situation now. He's trying to turn to protect himself from the light tank. Unfortunately, he's caught in the crossfire and he gets shut down by the back chat. There's not a lot I could do to help him there, which is a bit of an unfortunate situation. But he didn't die for nothing. He did manage to take out the TD, so it still kept us in a 2 versus 2. Now I managed to take out the AMX 105, which is brilliant, and that just leaves us into that back chat, which I suspect is on the reload after he's killed a TD. At this point, there's kind of no good me just running around the map looking for this back chat because he's just going to outmove me, he's going to outspot me, and yeah, he could easily then circle me, and I'm not going to be able to kill him that way. So I decided I'm going to go with the grill to the cap circle because then when he comes in for the cap, we hopefully should be able to take him out with the two of us. It's going to be the best chance of winning because I'm not going to be able to just chase down the back chat all game. This is just not going to not in this tank anyway. I've taken the safest route I could because this way, if he does get spotted, I am hold down and I can easily turn to try and get a shot into him. Don't want to get caught out in the open, do I? Because I'm going to be a 2 shot to this back chat. And yeah, so I'll just be mincemeat if I get stuck in the open. So we're moving in. Just I've got my. You notice I've got my turret facing behind because again, he's not going to come from in front of me. So that's why I've got my turret facing that way. Not entirely sure what that grill was doing there. He seems a bit hesitant to move on without me. But I guess if we're together, then we're going to be able to take him out. But I was kind of hoping he has got the hit points, to eat about 3 shells off of that back chat. So because it would have been nice if he tried to spot him, poke a little bit higher on the ridge, because obviously if he eats a shot, it's not going to be the end of the world. But me being a 2 shot to him, it's not something I want to do. But yeah, I do want to kill him. I've got spotted, so we know he is nearby. And I'm going to poke this ridge, and knowing that I'll be hold down, so it's going to be a difficult shot for the back chat to pen me. But I'm just trying to see if we can spot him. He does get lit up by the grill. I want to try and get a shot into him ways in the open if I can, because he's on sort of 1,000 hit points at the moment. So I need to try and whittle him down, because if we put him on if we get him for a 1 shot before he goes in, then we're going to be able to take him out. But if he's going to come in on a 2 shot, he's easily be able to get behind us. Now, I probably should, at this point, I was kind of hoping the grill would just come up because he's sitting in the cap, which maybe I should have just come to the grill, which would have been to keep us both alive. But I wanted to try and stay up here because then I can spot him coming in and get a shot into him, which I do. I should be able to get a 2nd shot into him potentially, but after that, there's not going to be a lot I can do because he's going to get behind me now. I have put him on a 1 shot, and at this point I'm just hoping he somehow bounces and I manage to get a shot in. He's bouncing 2 shots, but he's going to get behind me now. There's not much I'm going to be able to do, and he's going to finish me off. But yeah, so maybe I should have pushed with my grill, or alternatively if the grill would have stayed with me, he would have taken him out. But yeah, that's not how it happened. But anyway, we do manage to win the game. The grill does finishing them off, and yeah, it ends us with 3 kills, just shy of 6,000 damage, 1,800 base XP. Yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed that replay. I've got another replay to come for you. So yeah, if you bear with us, I'll see you in a bit for the second replay of the video. Okay, so here we are for the second replay. Thanks for staying with us. You know, I have to say I'm probably a bit rusty doing these replays as it's been a little while, but we're on Pilsen, and yeah, it's a decent map, isn't it, for a heavy tank? You know, I can't complain. There's 2 fun police in the game, so well, yeah, maybe I can complain, but there's not much we can do about that. So yeah, let's have a quick look to see what we're up against. It's a tier 10 lobby, but there's plenty of 9s in, so yeah, I'm pretty happy with the matchmaking, apart from the fact we've got 2 Sky Piggies on the team, and obviously got the enemy team. So we're having a little pop, see if we can spot anything crossing, seeing if it goes early, but nothing seems to have gone across. We do have the Fosh sort of popping up, so hopefully he would have spotted anything crossing. As he doesn't, I'm thinking, well, it's not much point we just sit around here doing nothing. Nothing's crossed early. So I'm going to sort of move in and try and close the distance and see what we can do. See if we can work in the angles, see if we can get this game rolling. So yeah, we're moving up and we're going to sort of side scrape the edge of this building. You know, 'cause I don't think that's one thing I don't think the Fosh has made a spot yet. He hasn't spotted around this corner. So it's a good chance there's something there. There's normally sort of a tank or something cold down. Here we go, we've got the Peugeot 66. We try and get a shot into him. Unfortunately, he doesn't land, but we don't eat one in turn, so it's not too bad. We know he's there, so we're going to sort of, you know, you can see by the map a lot of them have gone down the sort of the other way, and I want to try and close the distance and take this guy out, you know, quickly, because he is outnumbered, and I don't want to just sort of sit around potentially getting shot by the fun police, and or alternatively the enemy pushing the other side and winning it without us winning the flank, because that's how you end up losing the game. So I do want to try and get rid of this guy as quickly as I can, so at least we can win one side of the map, and then we can hopefully try and collapse in on the enemy team before they collapse in on us. Or at least that's the plan anyway. So we know this Peugeot is on a one-shot now. We do manage to take him out, thank you Jesus. And we're now going to move around and try and kill the E5, which is still in the enemy base. Having to be a little bit careful, because we know there's 2 fun police in there, probably, you know, eyeing up a shot. But they have got lit now, so they may be thinking about running. So we're going to see if we can try and deal with this E5 / the fun piggies. There you go, you see one's running off. Looks like this GW Tiger, he's there, hasn't moved, and we do manage to shut him out, leaving this E5 all alone. Being a little bit careful just in case there's any, you know, TDs trying to eye up a shot on me which haven't somehow been lit. Doesn't look like there is though, so we're going to collapse in on this E5 and try and take care of him. I was just waiting to see if he turns his turret enough for me to pen it, which he does. Getting us another shot of damage, bringing us up to 2,500 damage and 300 block. Hopefully we're going to get another one in, maybe finishing him off, but you know, it actually gets taken up with a push, but he is now taken care of. And let's just say, that's why I didn't want to hang around there too much, because we have now won that side, which is good, but it looks like the enemy has started to win the other side, and I didn't want to be stuck in a situation where I ended up just being surrounded by the enemy team. It's a fairly even game so far, it's 10 versus 10, so it seems to be the enemy have won that side, we've won this side, and we're now just going to try and, you know, push in. I'm seeing if I can get any shots, because it looks like they've pushed right across now the ABC line, moving towards our bases. Hopefully, you know, might be an angle for me to shoot them through these, you know, through the wreck in the middle. See if we can get any shots through these doors when they potentially cross over to our base. It looks like this guy's going in. We'll get a shot straight into the Peugeot 66. He's now at sort of 1,000 hit points. And then we're seeing this Object 705. I'm hoping he's going to make the same mistake, because he is a one shot to me, and at this stage it's really nice to try and clean up the guns in the game, which we do. Now it puts us in a 7 versus 6 for us, which is really nice. Now this is our Death Star, which is obviously very scary, but also he's a one shot, so if I can take him out, it'll be really good here. It looks like he's pulled back. Unfortunately, I actually do hit him, but I only do critical damage there, so I must have been absorbed into his tracks, which is unfortunate, because obviously would have liked to take that tank out. We're going to see if we can try and take out him again. You know, we got that shot just in time, because I wasn't angled very well at all, and he would have penetrated me, and that would have been very nasty. But fortunately for us, we take him out Now this 66, he's got horrible DPM, he's missed his first shot, so I'm just going to move straight into him now and try and take him out, because at this stage I know there's probably tanks coming behind me, so I don't want to be stuck here fighting this guy front on and then get like that chieftain, which I know is alive, come behind me. But fortunately for us, he gets taken out by our team, and there you go, there's that chieftain which I was talking about. Oh, actually I think that's a super conqueror, and obviously if I stayed there, yeah, it would have ended very well for me. But now I've pulled in here, I've got cover from a medium at the left, you can see, and we've got 2 angles. This conqueror's now stuck in a little bit of a middle. We'll get a nice shot into him there. We're trying to do our best to make it as awkward as we can for him to get shots into us, because obviously he's got much better DPM than us. We get a shot into him, but then we see this S-bomb come around the corner. He was on a 1 shot, so we held a shot and killed him. If we didn't do that, we probably wouldn't be alive right now. And now we're in a situation where we've got this chieftain and a super conqueror to contend with, but it is a 5 versus 2, and we've got an awkward angle on us, so that's why this chieftain can't push straight round on me at the moment without eating a shot off the our friendly medium tank over there. He then takes a massive, well, the S-Conk gets slapped by the RTD, and then the chieftain gets slapped by the artillery. And we managed to take him out. I think we picked up our top gun as well for that. So yes, we did. So 6 kills, 5,300 damage. Yeah, a little bit of resisted, a little bit of blocked. So all in all, quite a nice little game. And just a little replay. Yeah, it's just to say I'm back. Well, I'm going to be back properly after Christmas. So if I don't have a video out till then, I hope you all have a lovely Christmas and a Happy New Year. So yeah, as always, happy tanking.